Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Coca-Cola model number CCSR1. This is an FM portable radio with Bluetooth and MP3 player. Yeah, it's a pretty cool novelty item. Let's check it out. You can get this at Amazon for $17. I'll put links below if you're into novelty radios. This came donated by a generous patron on Patreon. Thought that was pretty cool. Let's check this thing out. Someone brings it up to the camera. It says Coca-Cola. There you are. Little side icons, auxiliary in, that's kind of nice. FM radio, micro SD, USB, and phone. You can actually take a phone call with this. Though talking to a can of Coke might be interesting in public. We got some red on red. I may have to bring out some cardboard so we can have color contrast. Okay, on the back, specifications is everything I talk about. So like they're doing the review for me. Bluetooth 4.1, there's the output. Range up to 10 meters. There's the battery, 400 milliamp hour, FM band. It runs about 2 to 3 hours in a little battery. Takes 3 hours to charge. They didn't list that. I do know that. It comes with the mini USB cable and also your audio. It's kind of one 2-in-1 cable. There you go. All right, so let's go ahead and open it up and see what we get. Yeah, I was pretty excited to get this. Yeah, here we go. Here's a cable. Look at that in a second. We got a manual with micro printing. Yeah, that's always fun, right? You need like a magnifying glass. This top pulls out, which I didn't know. And we get to the radio, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. Set that aside, and then the box is empty. All right, there's a little foam insert in the bottom. Okay, so let's see what this cable looks like. I'm going to bring this down. All right, so it looks like a mini USB that goes to the radio to charge it. And this looks like your main plug-in. And then there's the auxiliary, so if you want to plug it into a radio and use it as an auxiliary speaker, we'll try to do that on the video today. So there's that. Okay, cool. The manual, like I said, micro printing. I don't know if that's even going to come out on your screen, but hopefully it does. Like I say, this thing does its review by itself, by what's advertised, all the features. But yeah, it has Bluetooth function, which is cool. FM radio, which we'll talk about. Again, love it as a novelty. I think they have like beer cans too and stuff. If you're into wanting a beer can, there's your auxiliary function. I'll talk about that. There's a micro SD card slot and a USB slot. Okay, there's the feature list, and I'm just gonna kind of like zoom it out a little bit here. There you go. If you want to get it all in one, I think it's trademarked. There you are. So they must have a contract to use the name. Okay, I think this side is a foreign language. There you go. Okay, so let's get to the radio. Are you thirsty yet? I guess that's looking all right. Leave it on red. How about that? So Coca-Cola. Yeah, this is pretty neat. Let's give dimensions. This is 4.5 inches long by 2 5/8 in diameter at the bottom. I think the bottom's wider than the top. It kind of tapers a little bit. Gets a little wider at the bottom. Give you an idea. Let's do a little size comparison. Those are always fun. CC Pocket. This thing's awesome. I mean, I like unique items. When I first started this channel, I did unique radios for a while, like a CD case radio and Lego radio. You guys might remember those. So I do like novelties. I think it's fun. Oh yeah, and I did I think it was like a notebook. And it had a radio built in with a flashlight. So it was like an emergency notebook. That was cool. What did I just show? I just showed that. Oh yeah, we got Skywave in the house. We'll probably hook up the Skywave to the speaker and see what it sounds like. See if it makes a big difference or not. Okay. And then we have, last but not least, Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He's Iron Man. Ta-da. Okay. Let's look at features of the Coca-Cola. You know what? I'm going to put this on cardboard, I think. A little contrast. There we go. So we're going to talk about features of this radio. So look at the top. It's already open. Somebody opened my can of Coke. What's inside? It looks like to be a 2-inch speaker there. It's kind of cool. And they got it vented here and there. It'd be neat if they I guess I wanted to leave it kind of original, but it would be neat if there was a little bit more opening here, but I guess this looks good. I like it. Coca-Cola, as you can tell. Specifications, it's like right on the can here. Output, Bluetooth, there's a battery. I mean, it has everything. It even has the dimensions that it gave you. I did measure and check it. 2.5 inches on top, 2 5/8 on the bottom. It's pretty funny. And then the cable included. And this is 2018. Okay, I didn't know that. So looking at the bottom, you'll start seeing things. Like here we have off-on switch. We have a headphone jack. Okay, so when I get to the headphone jack, I always pause and talk about the headphone experience. On this radio, don't bother. I hear a buzzing sound at lower volumes. It's kind of annoying. It sounds tinny on headphones. My headphones are usually pretty decent. It has some lows, weak to no mids, and some highs. So that's why it's probably tinny sounding. So I probably wouldn't use it. And it's definitely not FM stereo or stereo playback. It's plain FM mono both ears, just to give you an idea. Here is our mini USB S to charge the device. This is 5 volts in. And it's also for the auxiliary. That cable does both, remember, the 2-in-1. Here's the SD card slot, which we'll use today to demo the radio for some music. Over here, we have like a jog type control. I did a review on the creative, oh boy, I can't remember the name of it, a little player, MP3 player I did. It has the same kind of control where you can push forward and go back and then push down to select. That's how you do everything with this little control right there on the bottom. Oh, I forgot to mention there's a little blue light there. I believe it's red when it's charging, blue when the radio is on. It's really cool. And then here we have a USB port. Now, I tried my standard USB stick. I have it laying around here. Yeah, I do. This little guy, this little 16 gigabyte, I put it in there and it didn't read it. So I don't know. This works in everything else I've used. So I don't know why it doesn't like it, but it likes SD cards fine. So if you're thinking about using thumb drives, you might want to get a little SD card because I don't know if it'll work or not. It lights up, but maybe the format's different. I don't know. But there's not a lot on that, so it's a demo. But I did notice it did not work for me, but maybe it'll work for you. On the bottom, there's a Made in China. FCC ID. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead. Well, yeah, I forgot to talk about the speaker I told you was 2 inches. There's an antenna. Yeah, and the antenna is your cable. Ta-da! This is the FM antenna, and this extends out to 18 inches. Yeah, and we're going to talk about FM reception right now, so let's do that. I'll see if we can put this down without it rolling away. And rolled over here. Good enough. FM reception, I like to base it on 5 tiers. Fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. Okay to good is standard on most analog radios, such as, like, say, this old school General Electric I got sitting by here, old 9-volt powered beauty. I get about 48 stations, and that's average 2.5 star. Okay, this radio with its 18-inch antenna, it doesn't have, like, you can't just manually tune it. You have to seek, and it just finds what it finds. It found, get ready for a drum roll, please, 12 stations. Barely audible, some of them. Yeah, it's fully extended the antenna. Tried to get the best I could, tried multiple times, and I can only get 12 stations at the most. And that puts it right at the bottom in fair 1-star category. 1 or -1 star. If I could give it -1, I would. FM selectivity, we're going to give it fair because it didn't find much. But you know what? It sounds good, and it's great for Bluetooth, and it's great for an MP3 playback device, which we're going to show you here. But FM use for FM radio, I probably wouldn't. But I will plug in the antenna, and we'll see what we can find downstairs here. Maybe I'll find a station. So first, let's go ahead and plug in my SD card. So it sticks out a little bit when you put it in there. I think it's this way. Try to remember. Put this on cameras. Interesting. Okay, so it goes in on an angle, and it clicks, but it does stick out there, as you can see. All right, so this volume is weird on this. Like when you first turn it on, I put my hand over the speaker because the volume is not where you left it. It always starts like higher for some reason. I don't know why. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Right here in the bottom.
Music play mode.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
So I can control the volume. You just press and hold. That's how you can bring the volume down. Now if you want to go next track, you just tap it back or tap it forward. Now we're going to go back because every radio plays my playlist just how I put them on there. This plays it kind of randomly. So we'll do a demo for a few minutes, and then we'll see what it sounds like on a auxiliary and FM. This thing's awesome. And then there's some old-time radio on here. Let's see if we can hear that.
Couple Next Door, written by Peg Lynch and starring Peg Lynch. The Damon Runyon Theater. Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve. Kraft Foods Company. Kraft Foods Company.
The volume.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meet the... Archie the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. Well, it looks like spring is here. Yes, spring. And the whole world's kind of lousy with Mother Nature's wonders. Well, I might start this thing over again. Duffy's Tavern, where the elite... Spring and the whole world lousy with Mother Nature's wonders. I'm out of practice. I wasn't here last week. What? You ain't noticed nothing different, Duffy? Well, just gaze your eyes.
Okay, so excuse me, you can push that in. It goes pause play, which is nice.
And what do you see? Mrs. Murphy's long underwear? Well, that proves it's spring. She ain't wearing them. Oh, she is, huh?
Nice. Okay, so you get the idea. That's the demo. It's actually kind of fun to listen to old-time radio on the Coca-Cola can. I'm just having a blast with this thing. It's awesome. Okay, it's showing steady light there that you're on pause. So I guess we'll better turn it off so we don't ruin my SD card. This little switch is fiddly. I can't remember which way to go. Yeah, the volume's interesting. You gotta, while you're playing the tracks without advancing tracks, you gotta try long, go side to side and long waits for the volume. You can't just go quick, because then that goes to your track. But yeah, so this is supposed to be able to take calls in Bluetooth. I didn't test that. Yeah, but the Bluetooth does work, which I was able to do. Very simple, it's a simple Bluetooth speaker, nothing fancy there. Again, 2 to 3 hour runtime. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to hook up that cable as our antenna for the FM radio. I'll show you how that works. So this here, just plug it in. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of hold it up, I guess. I got Radio Todderbert going, so I should be able to pick that up. So let's just go ahead, show you how this works for FM radio. So when you turn it on, it'll say Bluetooth mode, I believe. Let's turn it on.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Yeah, sounds like an American voice. Let's go ahead and turn that down a little bit. Okay, now to get to FM radio and start the scan, you go to FM radio and then quickly press it in again. Let me show you. Press and hold.
FM mode.
Quickly press, and now it's scanning. So we'll hold this wire up, and it's going to scan how long it's going to take, but goes through the whole band, looking for frequencies, of course. I don't know what it'll find in my basement. Hey there, found Radio Todderbert. I got that playing with my MP3 player and my C-Crane transmitter. It's pretty nice. Let's just go ahead and set this down. I'll show you that. Well, that's doing that. Fun noise. Here's the FM transmitter that I'm using. 92.9 megahertz with a MP3 player attached to it. You know, broadcasting royalty-free music within like 50-foot radius. So yeah, it did pick that up. It should. It's right next to it. I'm not sure if it's going to pick up a local station. Hey, there it did. The buzzer. Okay, so it's done scanning. Let's see what it found. Let's lay it down.
Mogą oglądać na kobiety, prosić o pomoc. Trzeba połknąć własny język.
So I'm using the jog lever to go through the presets. This is Radio Todderbert. From this, you can change the frequency. You can hear it tune out. Pretty cool. You heard these songs already, but
7654.
I'm controlling it with the MP3 player. This works without the antenna. I'll lose a little bit of reception. Alright, you get the idea for that. So we're going to go ahead, turn this off. Screeching Demon. Come on, little fiddly dude. Alright, so we got rid of that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to try, let me just turn that off. We are going to put CC Skywave to the task. So let's show the auxiliary, and then we'll do final thoughts on this little dude. So here is CC Skywave, and we're going to go ahead and go on auxiliary mode. I'll show you how to do that. So got to keep the wire on. Let's go ahead and turn this back on. It's going to get loud.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
No kidding. Okay, so you got to turn it down. Press it, hold.
FM mode.
FM radio. Press and hold again.
AUX input mode.
AUX input mode. Okay, so what we're going to do is take this little FM stereo jack looking guy and we'll just plug it into our... Actually, before we do that, we'll turn on the radio and hear how it sounds without the speaker.
Of course, talking about who pays what, you're already writing off the crew and passengers. But at this point, years later, that's exactly what we've had to do. So many more things involved with this, and yes, we're going to talk about aviation in general, particularly during COVID-19. But, as I say, the mystery of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 continues, and I'm just captured by David. We'll pick it up right there on WGN Radio.
News Nation this hour. I'm David Jennings. The Justice Department's investigating a secret...
Almost 30 points a game. I don't know how you're going to win. Derek Carr puts up numbers, but he seems to be okay. Do I dream when
got me thinking, darling, how much I miss.
Getting a little bit of crackling, probably from the proximity, how close I am to the device. But if you have a smaller, tinier radio with FM, I'm sure it'll sound good. I just can't do FM music. But there you go, you get an idea for the auxiliary. It's pretty basic, it works, though this does excel as a Bluetooth and MP3 playback device. So let's do final thoughts on the Coca-Cola CCSR1, made by, I don't know who made this thing. Who the heck made this? See on the bottom of the box, did I ever put that into focus? So that's who, the dynamic ribbon device, contour, okay. Sure, by Style Asia Incorporated, okay. Coca-Cola Store, is that what it says? Colastore.com? Never heard of that. Okay, but there you go. Is it worth $17? As a novelty, yes. As a radio, no. As a Bluetooth speaker, probably not. Would you answer calls with this? No. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Let's turn this thing off. It's rechargeable, which is cool. Redeeming qualities. It is fun to listen to whole-time radio and play my MP3 card. I was walking around with this thing, and my wife was looking at me funny. I was holding it like this because it looks like a can of pop, and there was music coming out of it, so she got a kick out of that. So it would make a good stocking stuffer if it went on sale. Like, I'd pick this up for maybe, I don't know, $12, $10-12, probably worth it. But 17, it's a little rich. If it's under 17, definitely give it a shot. There it is, the Coca-Cola CCSR1. I appreciate you watching this video. I always like doing interesting things, and the person who bought this for me was an interesting individual. They know who they are. Give me a big like if you enjoyed this. 2, if you like novelty radios, you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and of course comment below and tell me you want to see more of this. And 3, tell me what you think about the Coca-Cola Bluetooth MP3 auxiliary in FM radio device. Is this something you would buy because you're a Coca-Cola fan? Because when people buy anything that says Coca-Cola on it and does different things, I know that. Clocks and shirts and teddy bears and whatever else, right? So if you're a Coke fan, would you add this to your collection? Let me know. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.